Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of our podcast. With me, along with her, who's serving time in prison now. You guys want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Tyquesha Johnson.
My name is Charles Johnson. I'm 31 years old. I'm incarcerated with 20 years with 80% for first degree residential murder.
Thank you for that. And Charles, can you tell us a little bit about your sentencing, your crime, and things like that?
Oh, I just want to hear you. Can you repeat that?
Can you elaborate a little bit more on how your sentences? Did you go to trial and get the 20 years? And tell us a little bit about the crime.
All right. Well, no. First of all, they was offering me 70 years to life as I had a prior strike already for burglary, and the current conviction that I'm under is residential burglary too. They can double your time up if you come back to the same thing, which I did. So I didn't want to take the trial because they had too much evidence against me because one of the defendants in my case was rolled over, female, and they had up a lot of evidence, and it would have took it to trial. I think would have been a trial time.
Okay. And how long have you been down so far?
So far, I've been down 12 years.
And tell us about a little bit of the prison life. Like, what have you experienced within those 12 years being in prison?
A lot of trials and tribulations. Just learning how to grow up and become a man, but doing it from the inside without necessarily having the tools and everything that I needed. Leaving the streets. You know what I mean? It was a lot of the support system wasn't that good in the beginning. My mother was ailing. I was going through that. I mentally be there for her, but knew that her situation was eventually get the best of her. And what she did, and she ended up succumbing to that in 2008. I lost my mother. 2012, I lost my mother. And from that point on, yeah, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Charles. Sorry about the loss of your mother. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that right there, combined with the time that I still had to do, it was like a decision I had to make. I had to turn on that switch, like, if you're going to get on the path and do something different, do something better with your life, or you're going to continue to go down the same path. And, but for the most part, I've been just trying to make better of my situation, you know what I'm saying, and try to turn my negative into a positive.
Right. So within the 12 years you've been incarcerated, like, tell us your accolades and what you've accomplished while being in prison.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
No worries. And within the 12 years you've been in prison, tell us, like, what you've accomplished and your accolades. Like, what are you doing? I know you said you changed your life and, you're becoming a better you. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now to better yourself in the prison.
Oh, yeah.
Can't hear him.
Can't hear you. The phone hung
Yeah,
up.
I know. So, Tyquesha, let's talk. I know he's probably going to call you back, and we're going to get another 15 minutes. So, tell us a little bit about your background and how you and your husband met.
Well, I met my husband in 2008 before he went to prison. And over the years, we always kept in contact, and I started off by being honest with him. Like, you have those many years, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do that.
Right.
He asked me to marry him in 2012, and we recently got married a year ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, as you know, because you were married before me, and I knew you were marrying an inmate. Like, I didn't look down on you or anything like that. But what have you experienced, like the backlash of marrying a man in prison? Like, what has been your experience by being a prison wife?
It's majority of family. They ask you stupid questions to me. Are you insecure? Are you lonely? But that's not even the case at all. And he's back on the line.
Okay. All right. Hey, Charles.
Uh,
Yeah, how you doing? You was asking what I've accomplished, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was telling you that I actually wrote 2 books, like within my first 4 or 5 years in prison, and since then I've like went on to gain like certificates in different studies as far as fiber optics cabling, copper-based cabling, and basic telecommunication. Things that will guarantee me a good paying job when I return back to society. Jobs that are like certificates that I got. These jobs can earn me at least starting $30 an hour, so I took the time to do that for like about 2 years. And then right now I'm currently enrolled in Coastline Community College, and I'm majoring in liberal arts and social behavior science. I plan on coming home and being an asset to my community. I want to help inspire and motivate the kids to be successful, teach them about managing their thoughts and emotions, and investing in their financial literacy.
Nice.
And that brings me. I got one more accomplishment. I can't fail to forget that I started a legitimized business since I've been in prison. I'm the owner of a clothing and apparel line called Saks Clothing and Apparel. Saks is the brand that embodies the entrepreneurial spirit. The meaning reads, that is inspired by ambitious to near chase success, and it sends a message for our people to live free and to reach their status of success. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. Saks.
Nice. Do you feel like being in prison made you want to do better for yourself? Do you feel if you were out on the street, would you have accomplished more, or do you feel that being in prison was kind of like a way of pushing you to get all the accomplishments, your business, your U.S. college? Like being on the streets, do you think you would have accomplished these things?
If I can honestly speak, I'm gonna say no, because out there I didn't have the tools, I didn't have the direction, and I didn't even have the drive. I didn't even know what I wanted to be out there. My life consisted of, game banging, hanging out with my friends, and just just trying to live a better life, but not knowing exactly how to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think coming to prison was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. It was like a blessing in disguise. And I know a lot of people say that, but, I think going through all the things that you go through in prison, something about that changes you, suffering the losses that you suffer, like from close family and friends, and not being able to grieve for them properly, that does something to a man, that changes them, you know what I mean? And then not only that, just happen to be limited to everything that you do, like no matter, like even when I was telling you about my business, like starting my own business, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand being in prison and you're gonna be limited. And it's only gonna be so much that you can do. Your reach can only reach so far. The bottom line is you have to be free, be able to do these things, you know what I'm saying? So the limitations in prison is definitely challenging, along with the COs, some of the COs up in here, they're crooked. You might have stuff that happen to you, or might get stuff planted on you and stuff, it's a shame, man. It's not fair, you know what I mean? But you gotta know how to maneuver through these systems, you know what I mean? Because it is designed to keep us trapped in here if we let it.
I want to touch bases on something you said about the COs in there. Like, I know my husband had a situation where the CO lied on him. Like, I know that there's not advocates for you guys. Like, what is the process if you want to file like a I know if you get a 115 in there, and then 115 for people that don't know, if it's like an inmate gets written up for something, misconduct or something like that. Like I know a lot of COs like just put like false 115s on you guys. Like what is the process? How do you guys fight back from being, written up over something that wasn't even there or you didn't even do? Like what's the process in there?
I mean, basically, you gotta have the right evidence. You know what I mean? You gotta go through the rules and regulations and see if they follow procedures and everything that consists of that. Sometimes they work together. Sometimes you can't. There's no getting around it. You can't be consistent. I think one of the things that I find most challenging right now in the city system is, they've allowed us to gain restoration credit. To lessen your time. Like let's say you take classes and you do a certain amount of hours, and at the end of the process they're supposed to give you like maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks off. But you gotta remember that you're doing like a full year of these classes and only getting like a year off. I think you're getting just because it's like you're doing too much time in these classes just to only get a week off. You know what I'm saying? And the catch is like Prop 57, they left it to CDC discretion to see who they deem fit under the nonviolent offenders parolee process on, right? And they made a whole lot of new rules and regulations. I feel like inmates are being double penalized for certain 115s. Like let's say if you get caught with a phone and the credit that you give up for that is 90 days, and like you get 90 days lost of time. And on top of that, they're taking your family visits. They're taking your family visits for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. That's just too much extra penalizing for 1 to 115. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like y'all supposed to be helping us and rehabilitating us and helping us get back home. But you're trying to keep us trapped inside the system.
Well, I understand that because my husband, his cellie had a phone on him in his pocket, and my husband was nowhere around, and they wrote both of them up. They said that they feel that my husband gave him the phone to put in his pocket, and the CO lied, like really lied, and he was like, man, why did you write me up? So they took our family visits for 12 months. You feel me? We fighting it right in Sacramento. They haven't got back to us. It's like a process, and I don't understand how. I know a guard, a CO takes an oath. Like, how can you take an oath and you're supposed to help the inmates to rehabilitate, but you study putting charges on them like a contraband, like a cell phone. And I feel it shouldn't even be a write-up like that because it's nothing illegal. It's not a gun, it's not a knife, it's not drugs. Like, why are you reprimanding these men to try to keep in contact with their family? Your phone systems is messed up. They not letting you guys out to be on the phone calls on your phone time. Like it just don't make sense. That's why I feel like people need to know what's going on. Like this crooked COs up in there, and like you said, the system is working against y'all. They ain't trying to help y'all. You going to school and give me a week off your time. Like what's that?
Yeah, and then you're giving us 90. Hold on, let me tell you this. You get 90 days lost of time, right? That you can't get back. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can like do 6 months clean, a year clean, and eventually get these 90 days back. That 90 days stays on the end of your bid. Like so, let's say if you got a date of 2021 next year, but you get a phone write-up for 90 days, and if he extends it past December 31st, then you know what I mean, you can't get that time back. It's nothing that you can do, no class that you can take to get that time back.
Wow.
It's a week and a half. If they only give you a week off, 2 weeks off, like what is that going to do for an inmate?
And I've noticed like the African American men and the Latino men, like they give y'all like time. It ain't no 5 or 4 years, it's years. You know, they giving y'all a lot of time. And I just don't understand how the system is so rough like that.
Yeah, it's definitely messed up in here, you know what I mean? I just would suggest that, you do everything in your power to try to limit the usage of stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Do everything that you can to prevent yourself from getting, type of write-ups, even though, they're not giving enough time for these classes, still take these classes, don't do it for the certificate or the time off, do it to really better yourself, you see me, because the insight and the knowledge that you gain in these are valuable and they will help you getting back into society. You know what I'm saying? You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about addictions. You know, and just child development. You know, the things that we didn't have in life. You feel me? Or the things that we were subjected to. You know what I mean? That we thought were normal, but was not normal ways to live. You know, all these things that you can come back and teach your kids about. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I just, I just pray that by me doing this podcast, I can reach somebody and they like listen to the inmates, because you guys are living in there every day and things need to change, not just for people I know, but for all types of inmates. How are they doing any modifications in the prison with the COVID-19 situation for you guys?
It's been regular. We just been like, basically like the program has been locked down, like one building at a 10-yard, like every other day. You know, you don't really come out your cell unless you shower or you're coming out for yard that every other day for about maybe an hour or two. You know, but other than that, it's locked down. They bring the bill to you. They bring the food to your cell to eat like that. And yeah, that's where you get hit. So you got a phone call. They pop you out for your phone call. You know, and basically just, trying to see what the state is going to do with this. You know, everything is shut down right now.
Right. Are you aware of any inmates or COs that have COVID-19 in your prison?
Not specifically on this yard. I was told that they get fever check before they come in. So if they got a high fever and stuff like that, they won't be able to work. You know, and they get tested and stuff like that. But it hasn't been any COVID-19 cases on this yard that I know of. But I think on another yard it has, and plenty of cases.
Right.
COs.
And now, like, you've been in jail for 12 years. How was your support system from the beginning? Like, did you have support system? I know you have a support system now with your wife. Like, in the beginning, did you have a support system?
No, not at all. Because it was much harder for me in the beginning because, like I said, my mother was going through a lot with her health. You know, my family had to be there for her. You know, and that was one of the things that I took hard because I felt like, that was my responsibility. But, I was out there living a double life. I was trying to take care of my mother and be in the streets. And that don't go hand in hand, So when I came in, I tried not to ask my mother for nothing. I tried to just, do my time like a man. But, of course, you need the support in prison, you know what I mean? And I think for, the first year and a half, I had my baby mother around. But, the relationship started, getting messed up. And we kind of separated, to the point where I had to do a lot of my harder years, the first beginning years was stressful because I'm thinking about all the time I had to do. I really needed that support, you know what I mean? And it wasn't really there. And then when I came down to Lancaster, I think my situation got a little better. I got in touch with my family, but Ty was really there for me as a friend. She helped me out a lot, whenever I really needed it. Like, when my mother died, she kind of picked up the ball when I got out of college. She's like, hey, if you need anything, I got money for you. I get you back to TV and stuff like that. And that's that helped. That helped me at that time, But of course, I'm not just going to sit down in prison. I'm going to try to make something happen. So, I tried to make moves to, get a little money just so I can support myself and survive in here. You feel me?
Right.
And, then my support system is a little better. I got a wife. She does for me. She's able to, we take care of each other and, it's better going down here.
Nice. Congratulations. I know it's trials, with us being a prison wife, how is it, do you feel any, being a man in prison and your wife is on the streets, how you feel about that?
It's challenging at times, sometimes, you can let the outer thoughts with the streets and what's going on there. You can't get out here distracted and get the best of you. You know what I mean? And, we have those moments, but I think at that time we take the time to sit back and talk about, whatever it is that we're feeling and reassure each other that, we're here and we don't have to worry about this and we don't have to worry about that. You're still trying to be supportive the same way we will be if we was out there together,
Right. And I just want to say, I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. I want to get your clothing line information, put it up on the podcast. and I want to get all the information so when the viewers do look at us, they can pull up your clothing line and try to support you. You feel me?
Okay, yeah, it's on IG, it's Stacks Clothing and Apparel. On IG and Stacks on Insta, on Facebook. So you can follow us there.
Okay. All right. Well, Charles, thank you so much. I do appreciate that, man. Your interview, man. Stay up, stay out of trouble, keep doing what you're doing. And I'm going to have some resources. I'm trying to reach out to some advocates that help you guys go to board, to be, to write some letters, and whoever I can reach out to. That's my goal, to try to help you guys out. Because like I said, they giving our brothers too much time, and y'all just sitting in there, and they not really doing nothing to try to get you out and help rehabilitate. So I'm gonna be an advocate, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get some information to your wife. I know she probably go help. So we here for y'all, man. Whenever you want to just call any situations you feel we need to know on the outside, I'm here. Just let me know.
Okay, and another thing I want to say is I want everybody to understand that people in here are taking time out to make a change. Better themselves. So that when they get out there, they don't make the same mistakes. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't want people to think that we're in here wasting our time and we're not trying to come home. I know it may seem like that because sometimes you hear your family members nag on the write up or something that set them back. But at the same time, I want you to know that we see the change. We're trying to be the change that we want to see, and that we're trying. You know what I mean? And what I would like to tell the young people is this: understand the power of a choice. And the choice that you make carve out the path of your life that is to take you on, good or bad, right or wrong, it's your decision. You know what I'm saying? And if you're black, I want to remind you that this country was built on racism, and that the jail institutions and prison systems, they have designed to turn you back into a slave. I want you to know about the 13th Amendment in the California Constitution, where it says you give up your right as a citizen if you come back to prison and you become a slave to the state. Now, that's important for us to understand so that we don't say captive to the system. Don't give up your right that our ancestors fought for to be free. You know what I'm saying? I want our people to continue to rise up and believe in themselves that they worth something and their contribution matters. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of opportunities. That's this country affords us, and become financially literate and don't make excuses.
Right. I agree. Well, thank you so much, Charles. I appreciate the interview. It was very informative, and I know a lot of other people are going to love this. Like you gave some valid some information that we didn't know. So thank you so much.
All right, for sure. Y'all stay blessed.
All right, you too.
All right.
So we just finished up. Can you hear me?
Okay.
So we just finished up the interview with Tyquesha's husband, Charles Johnson.
I can hear you.
He gave us some information, some informative information, and big ups to him. Thank you, Charles, for joining the podcast. Now it's just one-on-one with the wife. So Tyquesha, can you hear me? So guys, thank you so much for tuning into my podcast. The reason I am doing this is to be an advocate for people that's locked behind bars. There's a lot that's going on, and I feel that someone needs to speak out, not just the relationship side, but also from the inmates themselves. They are there every day facing the trials and tribulations that goes on behind the prison bars. Just like you heard Charles say, COs are putting charges on these men that are false, allegations that make them get more time, get good behavior knocked off. So it's a bigger issue than just confessions of a prison wife regarding relationships. That's why I wanted to get more interviews from inmates and people that's been in the system so they can shed some light on what's really going on. So if you have any questions, I will have a Q&A comment part where you can send me questions and I can ask some inmates, or if you yourself want to call in and just be interviewed and let me know, your side and your views, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my podcast. We will be picking up this interview a little bit later, just talking to the wife of Charles Johnson to give her point of view as well. Thank you so much, guys. Peace.